I'm Marlene. I'm an English advisor working for ADIC, and my passion is building vocabulary with children. And as we know, it's a huge challenge in Cycle 2 with the new school model and everywhere for the children to build vocabulary. So I'm going to show you a few activities today I've designed and made, resources that I laminate and the teachers are using in the classrooms to help the children build vocabulary. I do things like simple things where students have to learn specific vocabulary. I'll have a set of words and a set of sentences. So we'll be a pair, and I'll say, who has the word apartment? And my friend will look for the word apartment. So a very simple activity to get them to read and to look for words. Okay. Another simple one is kind of like a bingo, same kind of thing. So one person could have a sheet with words and the others could have the words and then call the words, and the others will set out the words on the table. All right. We work a lot with stories, obviously, because it's English. So I try to make a game for each story. It's just an example of a storyboard for a game. So there'll be questions to ask. Where there are red circles, there'll be yes and no questions. The green might be to recall something from the story, and the purple might be an opinion. Because as we know, the students are challenged about giving opinions and answering deeper questions. All right, so that's kind of storyboard things that I do. I mean games. All right, then something else we do is matching in different ways. So in this activity, they're matching a character with a setting with an action. And then this is the guide, and here will be the flashcards, manipulatives on their own to use. I find that if they're too small, they're not great to use, so I try and keep them quite big. Okay. We also do lots of sequencing activities. So from the text, we'll take the pictures, make them smaller, and then make simple sentences, and the students have to sequence the pictures with the words.
You've got a couple of pictures you can show us?
Oh, here's the pictures. Obviously, for the more able ones, you could take the pictures away if you wanted to. So it can also lend itself to differentiation and all the time building vocabulary. All right, so it's straight from a story we used. Okay, then we do simple things like taking a picture from the theme. In this case, it's healthy living. And then just making some questions around the picture. Obviously, yours will be different. But there'll be 4, and they have to sort these. So there'll be 4 sentences for each picture describing the picture. She has a knife and fork in her hands. The fish is covered in batter. Skipping will keep you fit, and they have to match the sentence to the picture. All right. Another activity is I work a lot with images, is to have an image and just have one matching sentence. So you will be a whole bunch of images of a salad, someone having a blood test, junk food, bread, strawberries, and then these sentences will then match the picture. So lots of matching and sorting and classifying.
Okay, so you can flip through a few of those.
Okay, so those will things now. Running can keep you. The person who cut these, not me, cut them badly, so I do apologize. I would cut them perfectly. Eat strawberries instead of candy. So there's lots of reading into the text. That, for example, that would be the matching one. And obviously you can differentiate the way you want to. All right, so that's a matching one for that. Okay. It's a big challenge for the students to read information off maps and ads and things like that. So I've created for this theme a map where pretend children live that are in stories, and there are pretend places like a bicycle shop and a gym and a school and a clinic. And then there are questions related to the map. For example, explain how to get from the big mall to the fruit and vegetable market. So you have to look at the map, read the street name, see where you are, say turn left and right. There's a whole lot of language involved in that.
Okay, you've got the other ones there.
Okay.
So
yeah, so there's a whole lot, there's about 40 questions all related to that. Then I made this one of a bicycle shop, advertising bicycles. And then there'll be questions like, which bicycle is for small children? And then you'll have to have a look. How many bicycles have 3 wheels? So everything you have to read off the brochure. Describe the speed racer bicycle. So you have to find speed racer and talk about what it looks like. Okay, I've tried to use things that children will be familiar with. And then there are questions about the takeaway menu. Which meal on the menu is the healthiest? Why? How many donuts can you order for 45 dirhams? So all questions related around the text and a bit of interpretation. Miriam's grandmother is diabetic. What can she order from the menu? All right. Okay, so I've made a gym schedule as well, and then questions related to the gym schedule. What are the dates for the gym schedules? All questions they have to read. Which 3 classes are taught on a Friday? Who teaches swimming on a Monday? Miriam wants to learn how to swim. Which classes can she go to? It's all related to the Gulf Action gym schedule. Sentences are from a text that they've read. So you can give the student a sentence and then they have to order the words. Or one student can read the sentence and the others order the words. Or the student can try and decipher and order it without using the example sentence. So I pop 2 of these in a bag and then they can build them. Science as well, we have specific vocabulary the children have to learn. So I've taken the key vocab and made it student friendly. So there's a picture, there's the word, and then there's a student friendly description. So these teachers can use as a word wall. Or if you wanted, you could cut them up and they could match them again. There's a whole selection of those from the theme, obviously. Okay, I won't go through all of them because there's a whole lot. And I've tried to link as much as possible from the text. So everything. Okay, so we use lots of visuals for brainstorms when we start the theme. So this theme was called Imaginary World. So I've tried to work with the senses and to give the groups, each group will have a picture and then questions trying to incorporate all the senses for them to brainstorm and to start thinking about the theme. Okay, this is a set of very simple puppets, again from the text, with small speech bubbles. I've made them bigger in the meantime. So the children can use the puppets and create their own little narrative or whatever they want to do, speak with the puppets in any way they want to. Okay. This activity is a matching activity again. So there are 3 things they have to do from the story. They've got to find the character, match the name, and then read the speech bubble from the information they can remember from the text to see if it fits. All right, and maybe this Martian is saying, I think he said, yum yum spaceship, tasty. Oh, he said that. Who is the strange creature in the spaceship that crashed into me? What I find is often I can take something from a textbook or another book, and if I just make it bigger, I can actually use it as a scaffold. So this is just a scaffold to write a narrative. Just set out in an easy way for students to write on. I find they love writing on with a dry wipe, and you can use these again and again. If you have a good dry wipe, you can actually erase off the lamination. Yeah, so it's just a simple scaffold to help them to make a narrative. Okay, what's been most helpful for the EMTs we have found is that we've matched the resources to the ELL. So you don't always have to write something to assess an ELL. You can watch them build something or match something or classify, and at the same time you can assess them for the ELL that you had to do. I hope that was helpful.
Thank you.